جناب سیکرٹری جنرل اقوام متحدہ جناب انتونیو گٹیرس کو اور ان کے ڈیلیگیشن کے ممبران کو خوش آمدید کہتا ہوں اور ان کا شکریہ ادا کرتا ہوں کہ وہ آج پاکستان تشریف لائے ہیں، پاکستان کے عوام کے ساتھ ہمدردی دکھانے کے لیے اور ان کو یہ پیغام دینے کے لیے کہ جب کہ اس وقت پاکستان تاریخ کے سب سے بڑے سیلاب اور تباہی سے دوچار ہے، آج جناب سیکرٹری جنرل اقوام متحدہ کے وہ پاکستان کے عوام کے ساتھ کھڑے ہیں یکجہتی کا اظہار کرنے کے لیے، اور پاکستان کے عوام اور خصوصی طور پر وہ کروڑوں لوگ جو اس وقت پانی میں گھرے ہوئے ہیں، صوبہ سندھ، بلوچستان، کے پی، پنجاب اور دوسرے علاقوں میں، وہ یہ بتانے آئے ہیں کہ ہمیں نہ صرف پاکستان کے عوام کے ساتھ اس وقت کھڑے ہونا ہے، بلکہ وہ تمام اپنی جو ان کی ڈومین میں جو بھی ذرائع ہیں وہ ان کو عمل میں لائیں گے، اور پاکستان کی اس مصیبت کی گھڑی میں عوام کو ریلیف دلانے کے لیے، اور جو ہمارے پل، ہزاروں سڑکیں اور ٹرانسپورٹ سسٹم، کمیونیکیشن سسٹم جو تباہ ہو گیا ہے، اس کی بحالی اور مرمت کے لیے جو کچھ بھی ان سے بن پڑا یہ کریں گے۔ لیکن آج انہوں نے جو بطور سیکرٹری جنرل جو گفتگو کی ہے، میں اس سے بہت متاثر ہوا ہوں۔ اگر پاکستانیوں سے بڑھ کے نہیں تو پاکستانیوں کی طرح انہوں نے گفتگو کی ہے، ان کو احساس کو جانا ہے، ان کو دکھ میں شریک ہوئے ہیں اور دل کی اتھاہ گہرائیوں سے بات کی ہے۔ میں انہی الفاظ کے ساتھ جناب سیکرٹری جنرل کا ایک مرتبہ پھر شکریہ ادا کرتا ہوں۔ ناؤ سیکرٹری جنرل، اٹس اوور ٹو یو. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Prime Minister. Allow me first a few words to the Pakistani people and then to people around the world. To the Pakistani people, I am no stranger to Pakistan. I have a love affair with your country since 17 years ago, when I started my functions as High Commissioner for Refugees. And I've always witnessed your enormous generosity, receiving at the moment more than 6 million Afghan refugees, protecting, assisting them, sharing your meager resources with them. And I've seen your generosity, helping each other, family helping family, community helping community. When I came in 2005 because of the earthquake, when I came in 2010 because of the floods, and when I came later during the dramatic incursion of terrorism around Swat Valley and further when they are close to Islamabad and hundreds of thousands of people were displaced, all of you in this very dramatic situation in which beyond the numbers are appalling, but beyond the numbers, I see the families that lost their loved ones. I see the families that lost their houses. I see the families that lost their crops. I see the families that lost their crops, that lost their jobs, and that are living in desperate conditions at the present moment. And I've seen the enormous effort of response from civil servants, the government, from the army, from the NGOs, from the population, in an extraordinary demonstration of solidarity within the borders of Pakistan. But I want to say a few words to the international community. Pakistan needs massive financial support to respond to this crisis that have costed, according to some estimates I've heard today, about $30 billion and counting. And that support is entirely necessary, and it is not a matter of solidarity, it's a matter of justice. Pakistan has not contributed in a meaningful way to climate change. The level of emissions of this country is relatively low. But Pakistan is one of the most dramatically impacted countries by climate change, in the front line of the impact of climate change. And it is absolutely essential that this is recognized by the international community, especially by those countries that have more contributed to climate change, and that effective solidarity, effective justice is now shown by mobilizing massive supports for relief, for rehabilitation, or for reconstruction after these devastating impacts of the monsoon plus the accelerated melting of glaciers. And at the same time, this is the moment to say that we are heading into a disaster. We have waged war on nature, and nature is striking back, and striking back in a devastating way. Today in Pakistan, tomorrow in any of your countries. And we need to stop the increase of emissions and start reducing them now. And at the same time, we need to mobilize much more resources to support those countries that need to build resilience. It is what is called adaptation, that need to create the conditions to resist to the impact of these devastating disasters caused by climate change. And at the same time, as a matter of justice, to put seriously on the table in the next Conference of States Party of the Convention, the question of loss and damage. That is something that has been, until now, not discussed seriously in the international community. This is a time to mobilize the efforts of everybody against climate change, and this is a time to mobilize every goodwill in the world to support massively the Pakistani people in this dramatic hour.
You have been extremely kind, generous, and passionate. Your help to Pakistan will help helpless people in this country. Thank you. Well, I told you that this great human being, Sikh General, has spoken today language which is not only understood by the people of Pakistan, but by all those who have a human heart, who are compassionate, who have empathy, and who are generous, speaking from the core of the heart. And I am deeply touched by his message today, by his statement today. This is my first meeting with him, but after having met him, it seems that we have been together for many years. Thank you very much, General Secretary. And I assure you, whatever support we get from your institution and through your institution, I give you my word of honor, along with all these ladies and gentlemen sitting on this table, ministers, general officers, government officials, ladies and gentlemen, that every penny we get from you or from wherever, we will spend it most transparently and in the interest of the suffering humanity. Thank you.
Thank you.